And I believe that it started with the United Kingdom. It's got to go through the United Kingdom. And so in 1968, April, the exact month Mary appeared, the United Kingdom enacted the Abortion Act, and that opened up the floodgates. Then it came to the United States with Roe v. Wade, and guess when Roe v. Wade was first argued? 1971. The final hearing was 73, but it was first argued in 71. Take a guess when? The same month Mary stopped appearing. Unbelievable. This is the beginning. Roe v. Wade and the Abortion Act of the UK is the beginning of Herod's slaughter of the innocent on a global and apocalyptic scale. This is unbelievable. Now, I got a few minutes. I've only talked about this once. I'm going to tell you something about Father Seraphim, God rest his soul. I'm stealing from Father Seraphim's talk at the Healthcare Professionals for Divine Mercy, a great group led by Marie Romignano. In November 2020, he died shortly after. It was his last public talk. Listen to what Father Seraphim said. The devil hates God's mercy more than anything because mercy is behind the creation of man. In his pride, the devil can't stand the very inception of human life, the fruit of mercy. The fruit of mercy is life. I'm reading Father Seraphim's exact words here. Because Jesus resurrected, the devil cannot harm the Savior. So he attacks those in his image and likeness. The main way he does this is to get us to take life and end it. Suicide, euthanasia, and especially abortion. St. Faustina, Diary 1276. Listen to this. This is Faustina talking. At 8 o'clock, I was seized with such violent pains that I had to go to bed at once. I was convulsed with pain for 3 hours, that is until 11 o'clock at night. At times, the pains caused me to lose consciousness. Jesus had me realize that in this way I took part in his agony in the garden, and that he himself allowed these sufferings in order to offer reparation to God for the souls murdered in the wombs of wicked mothers. These are the words of St. Faustina. No medicine can lessen these sufferings, and I don't know whether I'll ever again suffer in this way. I leave that to God. What it pleases God to send, I will accept with submission and love. If only I could save even one soul from murder by means of these sufferings. One of the most powerful paragraphs in the diary. Now, where am I going with this? I shouldn't say where am I going with it. Where did Seraphim go with it? Connected with this reading was diary number 39. Here's diary 39. On one day, Jesus told me that he would cause a chastisement to fall upon the most beautiful city in our country. What country? Poland. This chastisement would be that which God had punished Sodom and Gomorrah. I saw the great wrath of God, and a shudder pierced my heart. I prayed in silence. And these are the words of St. Faustina. After a moment, Jesus said to me, "My child, unite yourself closely to me during the sacrifice and offer my blood." What sacrifice? The Mass. "And offer my blood in my wounds to my Father in expiation for the sins of that city. Repeat this without interruption throughout the entire Holy Mass. Do this for 7 days. Faustina then said, when I saw the kindness of Jesus, I began to beg his blessing. Immediately Jesus said, for your sake, I bless the entire country. Did you hear that? For the sake of one person, he blessed the entire nation. Who here will be willing to do this to bless the United States? Or if you're listening from the Philippines or South Africa or Ireland or England or Australia or Canada, are you willing to do this? For your sake, I bless the entire country. And he made a big sign of the cross over our country. Now, here's what Seraphim said. This is fascinating. With regard to this incident, Sister Faustina's confessor, Blessed Michael Sopoćko, gave sworn testimony during her beatification process. We have this in writing. She wrote in her diary that Jesus himself was about to destroy one of the most beautiful cities in our country, like Sodom and Gomorrah, on account of the crimes committed there. We just read it. Okay, you heard it, right? Having read these things in her diary, which is what I just read you, I asked her what this prophecy meant. This is Sopoćko talking, her confessor. She answered, confirming the things she wrote and responding on account of what sins God would inflict these punishments. She replied, and this is a quote. This is not in the diary. This is what Blessed Michael Sopoćko wrote in his writings, quoting Sister St. Faustina. She replied, it is on account of the massacre of infants not yet born, the most grievous crime of all. Now, what city, he asked her, was Jesus talking about? She answered, Warsaw. Now, why, he asked her? Because Warsaw was the most prominent center for providing abortions in all of Europe. And guess what? Did you remember reading when she got those pains? At 8 o'clock, I was seized with violent pains that I had to go to bed. I was convulsed with pain for 3 hours until 11 o'clock at night. That's in the diary. Here's what she told Sopoćko. She had the pains between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Do you know that that's when they did the abortions at the clinic in Warsaw? Between 8 and 11 p.m. Unbelievable. Now, I want to finish with this. I got 3 minutes. This is one of the most incredible things I ever heard Father Seraphim say. The Chaplet of Divine Mercy was given as a prayer to end abortion. How do we know this? Paragraph 474 of the diary. Paragraph 474. Here's what Jesus said. No, I'm sorry, Faustina. In the evening, when I was in my cell, I saw an angel, the executor of divine wrath. From a cloud, bolts of thunder and flashes of lightning were springing into his hands. Now, this isn't my joyful Saturday writings. This is St. Faustina in the diary. Lightning was springing from his hands, and from his hand there were going forth, and only then were they striking the earth, or going to strike the earth. When I saw this sign of divine wrath, which was about to strike the earth, and in particular a certain place, Warsaw, I began to implore the angel to hold off for a few moments, and the world would do penance. So here it is. St. Faustina sees this wrath coming, and she begs God. I implored him, the angel, to hold off for a few minutes so the world could do penance. But my plea was a mere nothing in the face of divine anger. Just then, I saw the Most Holy Trinity. I'm reading from paragraph 474 in the diary of St. Faustina. Just then, I saw the Most Holy Trinity. At that very moment, I felt my soul I felt in my soul the power of Jesus' grace, which dwells in my soul. When I became conscious of this grace, I was instantly snatched up before the throne of God. I found myself pleading with God for the world with words that I heard interiorly. As I was praying in this manner, I saw the angel's helplessness. Now, what is the angel striking? Warsaw. What did St. Faustina say was the sin of Warsaw? Abortion. Now, St. Faustina says, I heard these words interiorly. And when she prayed these words, I saw the angel helpless. He could not carry out the punishment which was rightly due for those sins. Never before had I prayed with such inner power as I did then. Guess what the next paragraph, 475, gives? The words of the Divine Mercy Chaplet. Then go to the next paragraph, 476. The next morning when I entered the chapel, I heard these words interiorly. Every time you enter the chapel, immediately recite the prayer which I taught you yesterday. What prayer? What prayer? Divine Mercy Chaplet. These words were the Chaplet of Divine Mercy. And in light of the testimony of St. Faustina's confessor, Michael Sapochko, it would seem that this prayer, the Chaplet of Divine Mercy, these are the words of Father Seraphim, was revealed particularly to counteract the scourge that we are owed for the crime of abortion. I've always asked the Lord why he has not crushed us yet. I've always asked the Lord why he has not crushed us, and why does he continue to allow us to go on and on? And you know what the answer is? The Chaplet of Divine Mercy. This is the answer. This is the message. Now stay with us because I'm overdue here. I'm going to go, Brother Mark is going to power down for you at home. Brother Mark is going to power down this recording of this talk. I'm going to go vest. We're going to come up. We're going to clear everything away. We're going to expose the Blessed Sacrament. And we're going to begin the first Saturday devotions. And I'm going to explain to you how that all connects. Because right now, it's all together. We are in the middle of a critical time. Today is the first Saturday, and we're also in the octave of All Saints' Day. And on the retreat group, I will explain to you later today the significance of the octave of All Saints' Day. These 8 days, go to the cemetery. We're going to talk about that more. But God bless all of you, and recognize the power of the Divine Mercy Chaplet. Please stay with us. We'll be right back. God bless you.